So hello my dear friends, welcome back to our channel. We have an exciting tutorial lined up for you. We will be diving into the world of rigging and animation by showing you how to rig a vehicle, or you can say car or jeep in truck, etc. So are you ready guys? Let's get started. So first thing first, you will need two things for the workflow. Number one, a beautiful 3D model that maybe the drop by whatever. If you don't have one already, then you can find from the internet, or you can create a suitable model to work with it. So as you can see from previous video, always we are preferring Sketchfab to download 3D models. So and you can download from there. There are a lot of models. You can download it in free. So check it out. And number two, an add-on for rig the car, or you can say vehicle. So I will provide you the direct download link. You can check it out from the description later. So let's dive into the tutorial part. So guys, let me show you what the Blender version we are using for this tutorial. So you can see it is 3.4.4. so we are starting by deleting everything that we had by default. Press A and delete button. Now let's install the RCB add-on we have downloaded. For this, go to edit and preferences. So here let me show you how to install the add-on. Let me show you how to install the add-on. Go to install button and search the download zip file. Basically it is always in zip format. So here our RVC and add-on. So you can see, just select it and click on install add-on. Now you can see a file path showing at the bottom right corner. That means our add-on installed successfully. Now go to the search bar here and search that add-on by typing their name. So you can see, you know that RVC, just type RVC here, then you will see the RVC add-on will appear here. Then just give a tick to the box and close the window. So now you can press N key from your keyboard to see that add-on functionality from the right side. Actually, whatever the add-on we are installing during the workflow, there appears here at the right side. But now we don't need this, so close it for now by pressing N key. Then go to File, Import and select your chosen model's file format. So here you can see a lot of types of file format available here. So you can see different type of file format are supporting in the Blender. So choose your type, whatever you have downloaded or click. So we have a model of FBX format, so we will go for FBX. Now search for that model and import it. We are using SketchFab as I told before to download this product. From there you can find a lot of 3D models in free. So you can see our model has been imported successfully in the Blender world. Adjust the scale and rotation if necessary to ensure the model aligns properly with Blender grids. Before we start rigging, it is essential to prepare the model. This involves organizing the different parts of the car like wheel, chassis, body, etc. into separate objects. Now from this model you can see when I am selecting one of the wheel of Jeep, two wheels are selecting automatically. That means they are joined together. So we need to separate this. For separation, multi-select the wheel by pressing Shift key. Now press slash button from keyboard. Now press slash button from the keyboard to see it individually. This process makes animator easier to work on the particular object of a model. So now select both of the wheel and go to edit mode. You can enable manually to edit mode from here, or else you can just press tab button for jump into the edit mode. So now a simple suggestion: when you are working in heavy and messy objects, it's better to go through the extreme mode because it is transparent and it gives you more effective result on your workflow. So enable it. You can click on this icon at the top right corner, or else you can simply press Shift Z to enable and disable it. So now select some part of the wheel and press Ctrl L to select all the geometrical link with it. Now press P to separate it. Follow the same process for remaining wheels. After done, again press slash button, and now you can disable the X-ray mode by pressing Shift Z. Now if you go to the object mode, you can see all wheels has been separated from each other. Now we're going to separate the body part of the Jeep. So here some tricks we are applying, just see it carefully. You can see the Jeep body has made of different part of which is having their own place and position. So in order to animate or rig to this part, we need to join all parts into a single object. But if you join this by pressing Ctrl J, then it will become highly coupled with each other, so which is we are not need. So the result, if we want to give a animation to a particular part of the Jeep, then we can animate it further. So we have a better idea for it. We will join it by parent-child method. So let me tell you what is the method. So that joins, the parent-child method, joints are maintained loosely coupled properties. So that means then only you can animate it individually even though they are joined. I will explain it particularly. For this method, we need to hide the already separated wheel from the seat. For it, multi-select the wheels by pressing Shift button and press simple H key. Now choose a big part of the Jeep to treat that as a parent. So I am considering this one as parent. Now press A to select everything in the seat. Now press Ctrl P to set parent to object, and it's done. We can see all child objects are coupled with the parent. If you move the parent part of the Jeep, you can see all child part of the Jeep are following it. An interesting thing is you can see the child part still independent. So I hope now you are pretty much clear that why we are following this method. Yeah, of course. Now reveal all the wheels that we hid a while ago. For it, press Alt H to unhide the hide part of the body. So now we have all part of the Jeep in their own identity. Now we are going to rig, which is more interesting part of the tutorial. I know you are waiting for this one. Now it's time to disturb the RBC add-on. Yeah, press N key again to see the functionality of the RBC add-on. Here you can see the plus icon with add rig button, and give a click on it. Now you can see a different environment has been created automatically. So you can see in the rig add-on lot of functionalities we have. If I give you description about all our video will be getting lengthy and boring too. So we are providing you information about necessary functionality for rigging the Jeep. So mainly we are going to work on this advanced setting. Maximum things are going to handle by this option. So let's rig it. I can wait one more. So here if you go to the view, you can here if you go to the top view, you will find the wheel alignment. That means you can decide the position and direction of the wheel. So from top view, I can say this side tire position is front right, and this one front left, similarly this one back left, and this one back right. And accordingly you have to inform that to the add-on so that it works on it properly. Just select the tire and here click on the position in the rig drop down. Here you can see like it. So like it is front left, then click in FL, that is short form of front left. Similarly provide the remaining information to the add-on. After this process you can see there is cylindrical geometry has been surrounded around the wheel. That means these wheels are ready for rig. Now come to the body part. In order to read body section, make sure you are selecting the part of the body that has been treated as a parent part. Simply select it and press the vehicle body in the add-on section. Now you can see here, the body also surrounded by a box geometry by itself. So now our all body part of the zip is ready for the click. Now give a click on generate rip and boom, you can see lot of geometrical lines has been aligned throughout the whole part of the zip. Now if you play the animation, you can feel the physical activities of the zip as a real world zip does. It is amazing, isn't it? Now here at the right side you can see lot of options provided by the add-on in order to drive the zip as a real world zip drives. But I think for now we should let it be as it is. If you want a proper description on all these options, then please let me know in the comment box. I'll make a separate video on it. But don't worry guys, the default value is perfect for us and we are keeping this as it is because no need to change. Default value is perfect for us. Here you have suspension setting option too. We can control the bouncy effect of our zip, so we are keeping this as it is too. The most interesting in this add-on, that is control setting. It was my favorite. It is my favorite. To show you functionalities of the setting, let me increase the timeline a bit. Here in drive section, if you provide negative value, the zip will go forward, as you can see, and you provide positive value to make the zip drive in backward direction. And remember, by this we can control speed of zip also. Then higher value provides the vehicle high speed, lower value provides vehicles low speed. Here we have also brake button to brake the zip, and even we have steering control too. We can change its value to drive it accordingly. Something like this. You can see I'm trying to drive into every direction by this track. Here is one thing I feel amazing, that we can set keyframe. Yes guys, you can set keyframe on the top of this value. All over you can see whatever the value is shown by this add-on, you can give a keyframe to this value, so that at the time of animation we can control our zip speed and drive direction and brake position. And here one more interesting features I'm going to introduce with you, that is record cancel. I'll show you later, because for this we need to add a uneven surface to see its effect on the vehicle. So now let me add a ground surface to drive our car on it. For it, add a simple plane object by pressing Shift and A. Make sure you are in object mode. Scale it a bit. Now hide the RBC add-on by pressing N key. Then move the plane a bit in y-axis by pressing G and Y. So here in the plane we need little roughness in order to see perfect physical activities of the vehicle. For it, go to edit mode by pressing tab button. Right click and subdivide, and you can see at the left down corner a drop down menu has been appeared. Just click on it and set the number of chords into 20. Now jump into the object mode again by pressing tab and go to the modifier tool and give a displacement modifier. Now add a new texture by click on the new button. Now scroll down a bit and go to the texture properties and change the type to cloud and resize it accordingly. Now again go to the modifier tool and give you one more modifier named subdivisional surface modifier. Here from displace modifier to reduce strength a bit accordingly. And in subdivisional surface change level into 2. Now you can see it much smoother than before, but it is not enough. To make it smoother, right click and click on the set smooth and boom. Now you can see RBC section Now if you open RVC section to drive Jeep on it, you will see nothing is happening. The Jeep is not interacting and collaborating with the surface that we made now. To make it so, go to the RVC collision section here in the drop down and give a click of passive collision. Now you will see it starting interacting with the ground surface. Let me show you that. Here you can see it's interacting but not perfectly. You can see little bit gap is there. It's because the blender has been confused whether the plane is cone, cylinder, sphere, mesh or simple airplane. Because we have changed its properties by applying modifier on it. We have applied two modifier, that is displacement modifier and subliminal surface modifier. So for that, the blender has been, the add-on has been confused that what kind of object is this. In order to fix it, go to the RVC collision section and in shape section change it into mesh. Now blender quite sure that it is a mesh. Then it will start acting like that. Now you can see it is perfectly and finely collaborating with the ground surface. Exactly. Now at the end of the video, let me show you what is the functionality of the record capture and how it works. Record capture is a function that helps you to record your vehicle movement and activities and replay it later, so that you need not bother about keyframe anymore. Just press record capture and drive your Jeep accordingly and save the record and replay it later. So it is not need, so that you need not bother about keyframe. Just press the record capture button and drive your Jeep accordingly and save the record capture and play it later. So in this, it is the easiest way to animate a vehicle. So guys, it is the easiest way to animate to a vehicle, and it makes more easier to animator to work on the render part of the object. When we are rendering when we are providing an animation to our Jeep, we need to keyframe it accordingly, which is more difficult for an animator. So it is the easiest way to animate a driving part of a vehicle. So after recording capture, you can press play button here and you will see it repeating the movement and following that path as before. It's following the previous path. And congratulations, you have successfully rigged a Jeep in Blender. This opens up a world of possibilities of creating animations and showcase your model in action. Remember, practice makes perfect. So keep refining your skill and experimenting with the different techniques. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Blender tutorials and creative content. Feel free to leave any questions and suggestions in comment box. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial on Monday. Thank you.